Good morning, I am so happy to see you here today. Welcome to Manchester. What if I told you there is a city in England that changed the world with its factories, its football and its music, all in the same century? A city that gave us the Industrial Revolution, the two most famous football clubs on the planet. Manchester's music is extraordinary, with some of the greatest rock bands ever to pick up a guitar. And of course, we have the two most famous football clubs on the entire planet. Welcome to Manchester. Let's explore it together. The city that built the modern world. Manchester is the second largest city in England, with a population of around 2.8 million people in the wider city area. But its influence on the world is far bigger than its size suggests. In the late 1700s and early 1800s, Manchester became the engine room of the Industrial Revolution. It was the first industrialised city in the world. Cotton mills, steam engines, and canals transformed it from a small market town into a global powerhouse almost overnight. At its peak, Manchester produced more cotton cloth than anywhere else on Earth, earning it the nickname Cottonopolis. The world's first passenger railway connected Manchester to Liverpool in 1830. The first modern computer was built at the University of Manchester in 1948, and the atom was first split at the University of Manchester in 1917 by Ernest Rutherford. Manchester did not just follow history, it made it. Section 2. 2 teams, 1 city. Let's talk about the incredible world of Manchester football. Now, let's talk about football, because in Manchester, football is not just a sport. It is a religion, and Manchester has 2 of the most supported football clubs in the entire world. Manchester United, known as the Red Devils, play at Old Trafford, one of the most famous stadiums on Earth. Old Trafford is sometimes called the Theatre of Dreams. It is one of the most famous and impressive stadiums on Earth, and have won the European Champions League 3 times. Legends like George Best, Eric Cantona, David Beckham, Cristiano Ronaldo, and Wayne Rooney all wore the famous red shirt. Then there is Manchester City, who play at the Etihad Stadium on the other side of the city. They are known as the Sky Blues. City have transformed in recent years into one of the most powerful clubs in the world, winning the Premier League multiple times and claiming the Champions League in 2023 as part of an historic treble. The rivalry between United and City, known as the Manchester Derby, is one of the most passionate and intense fixtures in world football. Which team do you support? Tell me in the comments. But please, be kind to each other. Now let's talk about the incredible music history of Manchester. If Manchester's football is legendary, its music is extraordinary. Few cities of any size anywhere in the world have produced so many iconic bands in such a short space of time. The Stone Roses burst onto the scene in the late 1980s, blending rock guitars with dance rhythms in a way nobody had heard before. They became the sound of a generation and paved the way for everything that came after. Then came Oasis, the band that conquered the world in the 1990s. Brothers Liam and Noel Gallagher from Burnage created anthems still sung today. Wonderwall, Don't Look Back in Anger, Champagne Supernova. These are not just songs, they are part of British culture. At their peak, Oasis played to 250,000 people over 2 nights at Knebworth in 1996, one of the largest concerts in British history. But Manchester's music story goes deeper. The Smiths, Joy Division, New Order, The Verve, Simply Red, Take That, and the 1975 all have deep roots in Manchester. The Hacienda nightclub, which opened in 1982, literally invented modern rave culture and dance music as we know it today. The music scene is so iconic it even has its own name, Madchester. There are so many wonderful things to see and do in Manchester. Manchester is a fantastic city to visit, and you don't need to be a football fan or a music lover to enjoy it. The Northern Quarter is Manchester's creative neighbourhood, full of street art and independent spirit. It is full of independent coffee shops, record stores, and vintage clothing. It is the kind of place where you can spend an entire afternoon just wandering and discovering things. The Manchester Museum of Science and Industry, known as MOSI, tells the incredible story of the city's industrial past. The John Rylands Library on Deansgate is one of the most beautiful Victorian Gothic buildings in England. It looks like something from a Harry Potter film. And the food scene is outstanding. Manchester's Chinatown is one of the largest in the UK. Curry Mile on Wilmslow Road has dozens of South Asian restaurants side by side. Whatever you want to eat, Manchester has it. Section 5. Fun Facts. Let's finish with some Manchester facts that might just surprise you. Manchester is the rainiest major city in England, receiving around 140 days of rain per year. Mancunians, the name for people from Manchester, are very proud of this fact for some reason. The Halle Orchestra, based in Manchester, is the oldest professional symphony orchestra in the United Kingdom, founded in 1858. Manchester was the first city outside London to have its own tram system in the modern era, with Metrolink launching in 1992. And finally, the worker bee is the symbol of Manchester. You will see it everywhere, on buildings, on street signs, and tattooed on the arms of proud Mancunians. After the tragic Manchester Arena attack in 2017, the bee became a symbol of unity and resilience that the whole world recognised. Manchester is a city that does everything loudly, proudly, and brilliantly. Whether it is the roar of a football crowd, the opening chords of an Oasis song, the hiss of a Victorian steam engine, or just the sound of rain on a cobblestone street, Manchester has an energy that is completely its own. Did you enjoy this video? Subscribe to English Made Simple for more videos about English language and British culture. And tell me into comments, are you a United fan or a City fan? And which Manchester band is your favourite? See you in the next lesson.